What's up, everybody? Doing a little bit of a different video here. I'm going to be doing some new videos where we kind of read kind of current events that's happening on Twitter, X, and we're going to talk about it, make quick videos, and we're going to dive into one right here. We had a tragedy that just happened here on the New York City subways, just days after the governor has put armed guards all over the subway, National Guard, and this incident that has happened is terrible. There was a fight. Guys wrestled over a gun. It's horrible. There's the full video on X right now on the tweet that I'm about to talk about. You can go to my page, click on it, and see the video. I'm not posting it here. No way. Although it doesn't get... You see the fight, but you don't see the shooting or anything. But you see people running for their lives. What is going on? What the heck has happened that this type of fighting, this anger is happening? And that's what the point of this video is. Is the media tearing us apart from within? That's the point of this video. And I believe it is. And I believe this video and my post in response to it proves it. Someone asked me to back it up, and I made a statement that's getting a very positive response. We're going to dive into it. Without further ado, you know the deal. Let's get into this. All right, so horrible tragedy. Let me just say, my prayers for anyone hurt, the victim, the everybody involved. This is a horrible thing. It shouldn't be happening. There are people right now who are hurting and who are upset and who are angry at each other, and this has to stop. We have to unite. We can't let this happen, and I'm going to explain what I mean here. There's an incident on the train, and go watch the video, and then it'll add a little more context. But what I wrote is, what's terribly sad about this video is that it's racially motivated. I believe you can hear the black guy say, "You think your people can beat up cops?" He's talking to a Spanish guy. And I said, what this video proves is how the media and the left-wing establishment is tearing the country apart. It's pitting races against each other. There's a lot more racial taunts that give it more context if you watch the video before the fight escalates to a fist fight, into stabbing, into shooting. It's horrible. And I wrote, America is crying out for help. Now, one person said, 100%. The media and even politicians need to stop race baiting. It's tearing communities to pieces. And I wrote, absolutely. Now, my original post got almost 500,000. Yeah, we're up to 4. It's going up by 1,000 by the minute. For me, anyway, to hit 500,000 views is unbelievable. It's creeping up there. This response got a lot of views, too. And I said, absolutely. I grew up with parents who taught me you never judge someone by their skin color or religion, but only by the content of their character. Everyone I knew, was taught the same. And I wrote, my God, what have we let happen? And I meant, what are we letting happening in our country that people are, this is happening, right? Anyway, somebody, this is the main one I want to talk about here. Another person wrote, back that up with facts, would explain this left-wing responsible. And I just gave my opinion and some facts too, things that have happened over the past few years. And this is where, I'm curious, do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I think it's pretty fair, and this has gotten some very positive responses. I said, you can disagree with me, but I want to respectfully give my opinion. The second the Democrats won the presidency, the House, and the Senate back in, 2020, right? What did they do? They immediately opened the border. We have been flooded with migrants coming from all sorts of countries. And many are good people, and I truly do believe that. I am sure there are good people mixed in. No question. But we also do know that Venezuela emptied their prisons, right? We know that the dictator in Venezuela knew that we opened our border and let everyone out with the condition that they head north to America and get out of the country. So we have people that we don't know. What were they in jail for, right? These people are coming here now. That's scary. What's going on here? Anyway, the opening of that border has dramatically hurt the middle and lower class American citizens here. Blacks, Latinos, whites, Asians, Muslims, everyone. Less jobs, more competition. People who are citizens of this country see people flooding in from other countries, getting money, phones, free rent, low-cost loans. They're staying in recreation centers. That was where kids would play basketball. Now they're all set up with beds and cots and sleeping bags. And while the American citizen struggles, inflation has crushed the middle and lower class. And it happened lightning fast. People are hurting. People are falling into debt so quickly. And that hurts. I know myself, it hurts. I was not in debt in 2018, 2019. Things were cheap. People see immigrants attacking New York City cops. And then a radical left-wing district attorney, Bragg, lets all 7 guys who attacked those cops walk out scot-free. And what do when they walk out? They give us, the Americans, the finger on the way out, sticking the bird to us as they walk out after they jumped cops. And in the video that was played that led up to this incident, you can hear the guy saying, "You think your people can beat up cops." And that's my point. It's terrible. All right? That's animosity that's being bred. Now, I watch CNN every day. I also watch Fox every day, but I only watch them while I eat lunch for an hour, and then the rest of my media I get is independent. They downplay these things and tell Americans not to believe what they feel on CNN, and can see what they can see it for themselves. They can see the problems. They can feel the debt. They can see the crime, and they're told, "No, it's not happening. Crime's down." What? That creates animosity. Crime is exploding. Criminals are let out with no bail. That wasn't a right-wing policy to let people out with no bail. Make no mistake about it, right? This person said, back this up with facts. It wasn't a right-wing policy to let people out with no bail. The left-wing establishment pushed that on us with radical DAs funded by Soros, period. People are scared. This is terrible, and this was avoidable. Now, I also write, right-wing media is partly responsible too. But in my opinion, it's mainstream, Democrat-run establishment media that has been really bad in this case. We don't see the very beginning of the incident that started this on the video. You know, obviously, because nobody knew it was going to happen, right? The very beginning. But you can see the anger and the race-based taunts used over and over before this turns into a deadly occasion. That's so sad to me. I hate that. That's why I said this is terrible and sad to see. We must get back to respecting each other. None of this had to be. None of this wackiness and this is a problem that's brewing over years. None of this had to be, and we are being torn apart from within. Very positive responses, actually. Some of the responses, you seriously articulated the current state of affairs perfectly. This is right on target. People see what's happening and feel helpless. Nailed it. Well said. Perfectly said. I'm scared for this country. Every time I think maybe we're turning a corner, it gets worse. Quick little update. This might not flow with the video, but the person who asked me to explain myself, back it up with facts, actually just responded to me seconds ago, and it was very respectful in return. He said, actually, I agree, well stated, immigration is out of control. Now, where he disagreed was, I don't see how this incident is the cause of Democrats. It's just blaming every bad thing on Dems. As a Democrat, yeah, Biden has failed. I think a lot of Democrats would agree. And then I explained to him, I responded also respectfully back. I said, thank you for the respectful response. And I said, so my point is broader, not so specific to this incident, more about the state of our republic and its citizens over the last 5 years. And I think this is important. This actually, the nice response of Caused by Chaos to say, hey, that was a well-stated post. This is what we need more of, everyone. We need to unite and agree when we're wrong and agree when we're correct. Like, hey, you know what? I was wrong about that. I actually have someone very close to me that we see things differently. And we have very long, deep conversations, and we respect each other. We agree on a lot, and then there's also a bunch we don't agree on, and we respect each other though. Hey, you know what? I didn't see it that way. Or hey, let's agree to disagree on this. We're not going to come to a consensus on this. This is so important. Just want to give a shout out to Causeway Chaos. Thank you for that. Thank you for the response. And, like a lot of people do, and a lot of Democrats do this, they throw ad hominem attacks out, even if you make a good point. And that's encouraging to me. That's really encouraging. That's what we need more of. So, cheers. And really, we're in control of our own destiny. We can vote to get us out of this. It's all we can do. There's nothing else we can do but spread the word, unite, respect each other, and get out and vote. and maybe vote differently than we have been. You know, maybe things weren't so bad a few years ago. Interesting to think about. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you in the next one.